Good morning. It's fancy coffee time. Happy Saturday, yay! How exciting. Oh, good morning, chubby cheeks. I did not think I would wake up this early because it was a late night last night. I got home from the cooking class around 11. And I think I finally fell asleep around like 1:30 or 2. I could not fall asleep. Today's Saturday, so step class is at 9, and I was like, I don't think I'm getting up to go to step class because I was dog tired. But I'm up for step class. I'm gonna microwave this. Did you say hello to all of our friends? I love you. I love you so much. I love you. Okay, I got my kisses. I'm happy. The cooking class was phenomenal. Aleka and I had so much fun. We had Quay there from Community Kitchen Pittsburgh. She was our Sue. She jumped in. She helped us execute everything. We had 10 people for the cooking class. This class sold out in less than 24 hours. We came up with a phenomenal menu. It was a corn and cactus salad. So we broke down the cactus, charred some corn, blistered some tomatoes, cut some onions, threw that all in a bowl with some avocado, some lime, some olive oil, salt and pepper, and garlic. And then we had what was the second course? That was the first course. I'm already like blacking out. Oh, the ravioli. It was chili relleno ravioli, so we had to make the filling. Aleka gave a demonstration on the pasta dough, taught them how to make the pasta dough, and then for dessert, it was churros. So they made all the food, went out, the guests sat down, we ended up putting plating together and taking it out, letting them eat while we worked in the kitchen, and then made the ice cream. Everything went so great, you guys. For that being our first cooking class together, sold out in 24 hours, less than 24 hours, and then it went as beautifully as it did. That's a sign from the universe that this is what's supposed to be happening, okay? Because her and I, we only ever worked together once before, and that was at the guest chef dinner. Now we're like doing these cooking class, and it was just so smooth, you know? And it's just, it didn't even feel like work. It was hanging out with a couple friends. That's what it felt like, you know? So, I have to tell you that last night, I got to reunite with someone from, it's probably been 33, 34 years since I've seen them. So, when I was little, my real mom and dad had these friends, Roy and Tammy, okay? And Roy and Tammy had kids. And I remember, like, they used to come to, like, our, like, Girl Scout stuff and everything. So they were good family friends. Well, anyways, Roy and Tammy, when we went into foster care and everything, lost touch with them. They were family friends. And when I say, like, they had kids, their kids were friends of ours, so we lost touch with the whole family. Well, I can't remember how long ago. It was within, like, last year. Tammy found me on Facebook and started following me on Facebook. And the minute that she commented, it was like she commented and she was like, I don't think you're going to remember me, but I was friends with your parents when you were a little girl. And as soon as I saw her name, I knew exactly who she was, because she was someone who I never, ever forgot about. And I'll tell you why, because there was, what happened to me when I was little, there were points and times where I did not feel safe. But I remember being at Roy and Tammy's house during that whole situation of what happened to me. And I always felt safe at Roy and Tammy's house. And for a little girl who was going through what I was going through, finding a safe place was very hard. But Roy and Tammy's house always felt so safe. So Tammy had found me on Facebook, and we've just reconnected through there. Well, when these tickets went on sale, she bought 3 tickets, like, immediately. She was like, there wasn't a doubt in my mind. You guys, they drove all the way up from Akron last night on a Friday night after a work day to come out to do this cooking class. Okay, so first of all, I was thrilled to see her, because I don't think, like, I think when you lose touch with someone, you feel like they forgot the impact that you made. I don't even know if Tammy understands the impact that she made on my life, but she made a very big impact on my life, because in those times where I felt unsafe and I really needed to feel safe, that was the brief reprieve that I had, was Roy and Tammy's house. So they came and they were doing the cooking, and it was kind of beautiful and funny at the same time, because you could see, you know, I think that a lot of people, we get this anxiety socially around people we don't know. And I remember having it to the point where like I could not go in public some days. And we're in a room full of all strangers. But there are some people that were like, they brought friends in, but Tammy, Jen, and Bree, they showed up from Akron after a day full of work and they came ready to cook. Now, Tammy at first was a little nervous. And we get to the pasta making portion. And I was like, come on, Tammy, we're gonna make pasta. And she was like, I'm not gonna make pasta. I was like, yeah, you got this. And the next thing you know, Tammy, who did not want to make pasta, turns out she's the pasta pro, okay? She wasn't expecting to be a pasta pro, but the next thing you know, I'm over here working on filling, and I look over, and Tammy is just like fucking pumping out ravioli sheets. And I was like, see, Tammy, do you see why we try new things? And she became like the pasta professional, okay? They ate the food. They loved the food. We are definitely getting more classes together in the future. Aleka's busiest time of the year is coming up. My busiest time of the year is coming up with the warm weather. So we are going to try to get some on the schedule. And I would like to do, I'm going to talk to Aleka about it. Next ones that we schedule, I'd like to do a photo shoot. So you can kind of see what you're getting beforehand. But the corn and cactus salad was a huge hit. Like, what's so funny about that is because when Aleka and I were creating the menu, it was hysterical because we were just like back and forth with text messages, right? It was almost as if we were both thinking the same thing, because when she sent me corn and cactus salad, like her corn and cactus came through as I was sending corn and cactus to her. So it was like we were both on the same wavelength. We knew the style of food that we wanted to make. We knew the creativity level, and we did it, and everyone loved the food. That's the best part about it. Everyone loved the food. We did take a picture with all of our first-time guests. They were our flagship maiden voyage on the cooking class. So we will be framing this picture because it's a beautiful one. And Quay showed up. She slays all the time in the kitchen. That woman is a queen in the kitchen, okay? So me, Quay, and Aleka, slay all day. Slay all day. It was a beautiful day. I got home last night, and I was just so grateful. The whole way home, I listened to my happy music, you know, and it was a long day, but so worth it. So I am up for step class. I did not think I was going to be able to wake up in time, but I did. I'm going to go in the living room, do some yoga, get dressed, go to step, and then come home and shower, because I ain't showering before step. That's just so silly. Why would you? You know, you're just going to get sweaty. So I'm so grateful. And now I got to get with Maddie, because I'm pretty sure we're doing a Mother's Day thing. And we have to finalize our menu for that. So stay tuned. You'll see details on the Mother's Day brunch coming through. Maddie and I are going to be putting that together. So yeah, another pop-up very soon, here in a couple weeks. And then I will release the cooking class dates once me and Aleka have them out. But it was a great day. I'm so proud of myself. Nights like last night, when I have these events, it's just like, it was all worth it. Also, can we talk about Sarah? I love Sarah. Sarah came to class last night. Sarah brought me presents, okay? Sarah brought me presents she knew I would love. I can't show you all of the presents Sarah knew I would love, but I can show you one of them, okay? Look at it, look at it. It's a coffee cup. Isn't it beautiful? I love it. Sarah, who's got a little hole there, a little hole there. Sarah knew what she was doing with this, so thank you, Sarah. Sarah was a blast, too. Like, everyone there. We had such a good group of people just having so much fun. And cooking, that's what it's about. You know, getting in the kitchen and having fun. But I gotta be honest, I was not expecting for the men to like get into the cooking the way they did. And that may not seem right. But like the men were the first ones to jump in. You say, can I get somebody to do this? And they're like, I'll do it. I'll do it. So that was a great time. Oh, I just can't wait for next time. Michelle and her husband and Mike, like, what's his name, Mike? I'm so bad with names. Menudo was his last name. I know that. Mark Menudo. I'm so bad with names. Son of a muffin. We have to give name tags for the next cooking class, because I remember some names, but I'm so bad with names. And then Aleka, she's just like me. She called me Destiny, and I was like, don't even apologize. I say the wrong names all the time too. So I don't care. You can call me anything, okay? As long as it's nice. As long as it's nice. Yeah, and then Sud Billy got us hooked on these. Oriental sesame sticks or original sesame sticks. These things are addictive if you can't tell. Thanks, Sudbilly. I love you too. Because we love them. They're so good. I'd never had them until she bought them. And then I was like, ooh, those are good. So yeah, I'm going to enjoy my coffee, do a little bit of yoga, get to step class. I hope you have a wonderful day. 3 things I'm grateful for. My journey. Because if it weren't not for the decision I made 20 months ago, followed by several decisions after that to take my life back, I would not be standing here having coffee time. I would not be happy. I would not be sharing, the magic of my journey with you because I just wouldn't have fought through it. Okay? I just would have let the pain control me. The second thing I'm grateful for is the people that showed up last night to our cooking class. Thank you for trusting us to give you a wonderful experience. And we did that, and it makes my heart so happy. And the third thing I'm grateful for are new connections and friendships. Aleka and I had been wanting to work together for so long, and we just did not get the opportunity. And now it's like, now that we're working together, I don't want to stop. Like, she's a powerhouse, and there's so many things you can learn from different inspirational chefs and women. And so I'm already learning a lot from her, and that's an honor to me. And that space she has, stunning. Okay, because I was not expecting her space to be as beautiful. Not like saying it was going to be ugly, but I wasn't expecting it to be as beautiful as it was. You walk in and it's Hilltop Shared Kitchen. They do like events and everything, private dinner parties. But listen, you walk in, there's kitchen side. That's where we did the cooking class. There's also an event side where you sit down, you have your meal. It's phenomenal. I was taken aback. Aleka revamped this building. It is beautiful inside. She decorated it. So you can book this for little private dinners. You can book it for cooking classes. You can book it for networking events. Look up Hilltop Shared Kitchen because it's like, I was mind blown. I was like, Aleka, we are going to be here all the time. Just so you know, we're going to be here doing stuff all the time. Stunning space. Stunning. So yeah, more cooking classes in the future because whew, did we have a good time last night. It was so much fun. I can't even explain to you. Like, at one point, me and, oh gosh, I wish I could remember his name. We were over at the stove and we were doing cardio and cooking. We were like dancing and cooking at the same time. I don't even know. I don't know, but it was a good time. It was a good time. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I've worked really, really, really hard to be able to do things like this. And even when I get home and it's like a super long day and I'm tired, I could never complain. Because for years, I cried and begged, and I wanted this back so bad, and now I have it, and I'll never ever take it for granted again. I remember one day when I was still disabled, I sat at my kitchen table, bawling my eyes out. My husband said, "What's wrong?" And I said, "I just want to work a 15-hour shift again." That's all. And that's all I was crying about. I just wanted to work again. And here I am. Isn't it beautiful? It's so beautiful. I'm so grateful. And sometimes I'm just so proud of me, Okay, well, I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my coffee and cuddle my puppy dogs and my Chubbawamba cheekies. Lucy Woos. I don't know where she is, but she's a little psycho today. Lucy, oh yeah, her and Shadow, man, they go crazy. There's my Chubba cheekies. Hi to my bird kitty, because you're the mommies. I say hi to bird kitty. She's so mad at me. Okay. All right, well, you should welcome love me, because she can't resist it. You can't resist it, huh, Chubbawambas? But I hope you have a wonderful day. Tell me 3 things you are grateful for, and then we'll do 3 things you love about yourself later on today. I got busy yesterday. I didn't do it. I felt bad about that, but we're going to do it today. Okay, love you. Bye.